Hello and welcome to Sorare with Laird. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Today, talk about the summer, my favorite time of the year, and summer on Sorare. Let's go. Got a nice announcement today, all about what's going to happen this summer, or at least one thing that's going to happen this summer, and not really exactly what we were all hoping to hear about for this summer. But I'm sure that'll come. Who knows? Anyway, thanks everyone for coming in. Toby, Anyon, and Palmwa on the podium. Congratulations to you three. Palmwa, hashtag hit the like button. That's right. Everyone should go check in with that. Toby said, Sora finally gave you a topic. Yeah. Let me talk about that in a quick second. Anyon said, this special event, quote, this special event will also feature classic competitions with full gameplay details coming in May, unquote. Was my favorite sentence. Soon we finally know it's coming. Yeah, we'll see. Ricky Lomas, what's up? Sorare Samurai, back from my walk and ready for the stream. Let's go. Blue Tomatoes, how are you? Sorare Burrow, ZM Star, Global Club is back on the menu, boys. That is the Club World Global Club to you, ZM Star. I'm going to end up calling it, Club Global Club. No chance I take out the club at all. I had nothing to talk about today. Genuinely. And it happens sometimes where that happens. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And then something pops up. And that's exactly what happened today. But man, it was a close call. And frankly, when did this announcement even come out? An hour ago. And I usually stream around noon my time, 5 p.m. in the UK, 6 p.m. throughout Europe. But for some reason, my kids are off in spring break today. I had to take my daughter to an appointment literally to get her hair done. And as ZM Star noted, I got one as well. Yeah, I'll talk about that, sure. But I really had no idea what I was going to talk about. And I did what I do a lot when I'm kind of in a little bit of a topic rut, is I ask Harry Trades. And he was like, no, you're toast. And it was like capital TOAST, like all caps. It may have been a lot of T's at the end. And I was like, genuinely, I'm just not sure what there is left to talk about. And I thought about doing my lineups today during stream, and honestly just didn't really feel like doing it. And I was going to do an MFL one, an MFL live stream today. And it just feels weird doing that, even though I was going to do a video. I might still do one and then just post it later about my second club, because I've decided on a club name and a badge and all that. But with the club, with the pack drop later, and there's going to be a When Dirtcast live stream in like 2.5 hours, I think. Not that that was too much MFL, but these are like big events, and it's just not my place to participate in that. But I guess people would have been fine with it. The Sorare Samurai asked if I was participating in the MFL drop later. I'm planning to. But yeah, so I was like, what do I talk about on Sorare? And I basically was like racking my brain about what to do. I really didn't want to talk about this new common game because I don't anticipate playing it at all. And it feels like there are a lot of opinions on where, at least in Twitter, where I see it, and Discord, although those are usually just summaries of Twitter. But it seems like everybody who's very upset about it are people who probably won't play the game anyway. And there's nothing for me to add to that conversation, because I'm probably not going to play it. If it's meant to be an onboarding tool, then I'm already here. So it's not for me anyway. And it just wasn't interesting enough for me to play it. And I saw that Dan from Sorare was kind of all over Twitter yesterday, kind of explaining to people who didn't like the rewards and all that it's possible that they could just play for fun. And I totally understand that. Playing games for fun is okay. I'm play MFL for fun. I'm not playing MFL to make a lot of money to, maybe one day pay for a vacation or an apartment or something like that, which is what I think a lot of people who join Sorare do, at least previously. But I don't look at MFL as like a money-making endeavor. I think it's just kind of a very cool, fun game that I happen to spend money on. And while this new common game seems to fall in that realm. I play so rare for a different reason. And not to say that like I play so rare for money, but it's just a different, that's how I know I'm doing well on so rare is when you make money. And that's kind of one of the things that I've kind of mentioned a bunch of times over the last year, basically, that really that's how you keep score in so rare now is how much did I spend and how much did I win? And it's actually very difficult for some people to even do that math because it's just a lot of transactions and a lot of competitions where you can win stuff and um, there it's that's how you keep track. And in a game like MFL, it's not there. I mean, it is there. You can track that stuff, but I just don't go into it thinking I need to make more money than I spend. And even the way that I've played the game so far, like I could have sold some of the players that I have and been, and people call it risk free, but I don't even consider it that. But I could sell stuff, players for more than I've spent, and it's like, okay, great. And then I'm just going to put more money in because that's how I just it's a fun way for me to spend some money. And uh, and so this new game that So Rare are introducing feels like it's that, hey, play this for fun. And everybody who has played So Rare for a while, at least the pro version of the game, it's almost like they don't know how to play So Rare just for fun. And because the part that they play is so rewarding, playing kind of a similar game for significantly lower or no rewards just isn't that fun. And I mean, maybe it's fun for some people. There were still people who were grinding rivals and stuff like that, which I didn't even know still existed, which is kind of funny. Uh, but whatever. So it's, yeah. So after saying that I wasn't going to comment on the game, the new common mode pack thing, I guess I'm commenting on it. Let's see who else is here. Thomas, are you trying to go to any Club World Cup games, Laird? I don't have any plans to. But we'll see. Agent Cooper, first time catching one of your streams live for a while. Thanks for checking in. What have I missed? What's the announcement? Mbappe rare classic cards are 20K again? They are very much not. It's just they announced the global club, the club global club prize pool. And I think a lot of people assumed that they were going to cover it, but they hadn't really said anything yet, but now they're saying it. Surface Air Missile, thanks for coming in. Toby, that MFL vid has to drop in like 2.5 hours or tomorrow. Yeah, I could. I mean, it'll be tomorrow. Maybe. I actually have a live stream tomorrow with SR Monkey. That'll be at 2:00 UK, 3:00 Europe, 9 a.m. for me on the East Coast. So, Troy Stafford, new to So Rare. Hey, welcome. Is there any point in buying this season's cards for the Prem or just wait till next season? It's funny. Harry Trades and I talked about that a little bit yesterday. And Troy, if you're new to So Rare, I highly recommend going over and subscribing to the Harry Trades YouTube channel. But somebody asked that. It was basically like, I have 200 pounds. Should I spend it now? And Harry made the argument that it might be worth me, buying a few cards now just so that you understand the game and you're not going in like completely new in August when the new season starts. Generally, if you're worried about like budget and stuff, the prices couldn't be any lower to get in, but I think it's also extremely difficult to win I don't even know how many games are left in the Premier League. It can't be too many. So I don't know. I kind of side on the side of waiting, but if you want to start playing now, like, hey, game on. Or, you just become a J League guy. So we'll see. Jack Daniels, after a while, managed to catch live. Jack, thanks for coming in. City Keen. Hi, Laird, ready for the pack drop today on MFL? I am ready. I am ready. Anion said, I saw new people getting missions for it like a market credit. I think exactly what it should be and get the limited rewards back to limited. Yeah, I've long sided on the. I feel like I'm siding on things today. I've long believed that the free-to-play game should not have great rewards. Like it should give you rewards that make the free game better and let the people who play the pro competitions win the pro rewards. Don Q, what's up? Toby said buying a cheap lineup just to learn the ins and outs can be worth it. That's to Troy, but I definitely hold back a lot. Yeah. Mikey Baston, what's up? Thomas, the Sorare community Twitter community motto is no fun allowed. It's not that it's well, maybe. It is funny because I feel like the people who are usually overly negative about Sorare that are still in the community are also the ones that are like calling people out for being negative. And it's like, come on. Agent Cooper said, "We all know you'll be selling your Colmar club for $1 million in a few years and retire from streaming. We all know MFL stands for money for Laird." That's really funny. uh, Agent Cooper, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do a members only stream on Friday, talking about that. Basically, me retiring from streaming. Not that I'm doing that now, but I am going to talk about that, and I feel like it's just more appropriate for members of my Patreon. And so, if you guys are interested in that and haven't joined the Patreon, there's a link right down below there: patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird. And yeah, there's some different tiers. $5 a month is the lowest one. If you're somebody who likes the content that I do and would like to support it, that's really the best way to do it. I know some people do YouTube memberships, but I did it through Patreon for a number of reasons. Um, and so if you are so inclined, if you could join that, and then you'll get access to that Friday stream, which will be available afterwards to members as well on Patreon. Storch859. Hobbies cost money. MFL and Sorare are two of my hobbies. When I win, it is better, but not why I am here. Yeah, I just think the difference of the two is like you can. There was a comment that Dan made that I thought wasn't necessarily wrong, but it was about like progression on Sorare, and it was like progression shouldn't just be like moving up scarcities, but it's like, oh, the fun you have and the lessons you learn and the things you learn. And I disagree with him on that one. And I feel like Sorare is very much a game that relies on rewards to show you if you're doing well or not. And getting enjoyment out of it, I don't think falls under that reward umbrella. Like you can have a lot of fun doing something and not get rewarded for it. Like most people who play golf, that's the situation. You play and it's a lot of fun, but you're still out there shooting like 120, and maybe you break 110 once and you're like, hey, that's great, but like that's actually not that good. And but it's progress. And so on Sorare, I feel like there's a very clear path of like you buy your cards and you own them forever, but here's a 12-month window where you basically need to make your money back, or you rely on classic competitions and you extend the deadline a little farther. But ultimately, the only way we know that we're getting good at the game is by actually winning rewards. And I don't see the same thing on MFL, mostly because I just see it as like a game that I play. Like MFL is more like golf. I'm willing to put more money in, so that's presumably I get better at it, but it's just like better in steps. And on Sorare, there's like I said, it's just a very finite, like this is your reward, and these are all of your rewards, and this is how you know you're doing well. And I don't know where I was going with that. But no, this wasn't supposed to be a comparing MFL and Sorare stream, but here we are. Sorare Samurai, excited to see if my contender guys who are also playing in the Club World Club, I did it again, get out of the group stage. I think River can do it. I haven't even looked at the, are there groups already? Like, I'm sure I'll look into it as soon as we get to it. Simon said, I can't decide whether to go for 3 limited or 1 standard pack tonight. Yeah. I think I did a 1 standard pack last time, and I don't know if I might go limited this time just because my clubs are more aligned with that. So I don't know. And kind of like what Samurai says here, like I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get 3 limited packs, excuse me. And it's kind of like I want Toby said the standard pack sounds fun, but I have no use for uncommons, so sticking to the cheaper packs. I mean, the use is that you loan them out. Sorare Samurai said only managed to get 2 packs last time, and I think there's more anticipation for this one. There are more packs though this time. Mike said similar to how you say if you have to explain why a card has value to someone, it doesn't. Sorare now it has to explain to us having fun is progression. It's a great line. It's a great line. City Keen, yes, it is classic and in season, but we have no idea what the classic things look like. Groups are all drawn and set. Only question is who replaces Leon will either be Club America or LAFC. Okay. Mike said we had much more fun. we we had much more fun way before Sorare even considered telling us having fun was important. City Keen, I sold 240 common packs since yesterday, Laird, nearly $1,300 made from rewards. Yeah, see, you can make money on MFL. City Keen, was that all single player packs? Like 240 common players you sold? Or were they like the 3 player? Or do they have 3 players in them or 2? I don't remember. For some reason, and I actually did this with Rainmakers too. For some reason, I just can't seem to remember the scarcities. I don't think that's what they call them on MFL, but it's like, I don't know. For some reason, I just don't. I want to start Sorare next season. Think it's worth a shot. Tyrone Turnbull, welcome. I'm kind of curious how you found this stream if you don't play Sorare, but welcome. And I think it's worth a shot. I think Sorare is a ton of fun. And, it kind of just all depends on what you want to get out of a fantasy football game. And so, yeah. City Keen said, yeah, it was $3 a pop and some uncommons sell for $40 too. So I was looking at those on Floaty, City Keen, and I was like, I wonder if $3 is just the floor. And it seemed to be. And I don't know. I just don't need to. I didn't feel like spending $3 for each one. Anyway, let's go to the Club Global Cup. Excuse me. Let's learn more. Let's learn together. I like this graphic. It looks very cool. Found you through MFL. Love the content. Let's go. Let's go. Did you ever play Ultimate Champs? I didn't, but I see that it doesn't exist anymore. So heavy hearts all around. So I thought, where was the... Anyway, Club Global Cup, football never stops. There was a line, hold on. Oh man, I can't find it. There was a line somewhere. Maybe was it on Twitter? Hold on. It was something about, here we go. Football never sleeps on Sorare, and neither do you. As someone who really likes to sleep, this was such a weird line to me. Football never sleeps, and neither do you. I'm just like, okay. Anyway, don't miss out on fantasy football action all summer long, even though we already had MLS, J-League, K-League, and Rosenberg. This summer, while club competitions take the global stage, Sorare is right there with you. The Club Global Cup, I really struggle saying that, is your chance to stay in the game, flex your manager skills, and compete for serious rewards. From mid-June to mid-July, every game week on Sorare will feature a Club Global Cup special event. These competitions will let you follow the World Club Championship happening this summer through Opta and give you a reason to stay sharp during the offseason. So start scouting, refine that strategy, prep those winning lineups. The Club Global Cup, World Club Championship through Opta, that's the coverage. For those of you who don't know, the Club Global Cup is actually the Club World Cup, but we just can't call it that. Sounds like you fundamentally need to learn how to say Club World Cup. It should have said contender never sleeps. That would have been more accurate. I love that line. Anyway, $100,000 asterisk Total cash prize across 7 game weeks. Minimum 4 in-season cards. Those are the requirements. Classic competitions. This special event will also feature classic competitions with full gameplay details coming in May. Stay ready, stay sharp, start scouting now. To prep for this special event, head to Manager Sales or Instant Buy and complete your teams. As the European season winds down, auctions for European League cards are paused. That said, you may still see occasional auctions, especially when new player cards drop. Nobody loves new player cards dropping at the end of April and the beginning of May. Custom game week calendar. We're tweaking the game week schedule slightly during the Club Global Club to align with real-world fixtures. Don't worry. We've optimized the schedule so you can still enjoy Sorare competitions from your favorite summer leagues like K-League, J-League, and MLS. Just to break for a quick second, I have already seen a tremendous amount of feedback on Twitter about this, that the MLS schedule doesn't line up with this global club schedule at all. I haven't done any of the research though, so take that for what it is. Anyway, here's the adapted calendar. It's a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Thursday to Thursday, Thursday to Monday, Monday to Friday, Friday to Thursday, Thursday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Friday, Friday to Tuesday. Very easy to remember. Yeah, whatever. Josh Cameron said, aren't half the teams in it not even licensed? Josh, I don't even know which teams are in it. So we'll find out for together in a second. Hold on. Sorry, I fell back on the live chat. My 5% City and Bayern collections are ready. Okay, so they're in it. What's chaotic about this comp? All the clubs in it get a transfer window right before the competition. That's great. So prep those Madrid lineups. Club Global Cup. Now say that 10 times in a row. I can't even say it once. I wonder if the big European clubs will just send their bench warmers and young guys. I don't even know. Mike said, whenever Sorare say they've optimized something, I shit my pants, which is probably why Mike doesn't wear pants for most of these streams. Thomas said, why are people complaining? That means your odds of hot streaks just drastically improved. Why do they improve? Didn't realize MLS teams were in it. Inter Miami and Seattle seem to be the two. Yeah. Anyway, big lineups win big rewards, and this summer is your chance. And this summer, it's your chance to prove you're world class. Scout now. Where do you think the Scout Now button takes us? The instant buys. So, yeah. Who the hell is in the Club World Club? Club World Cup tables. This is the easiest way for me. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 32 teams, 8 groups. First group, Group A, Al Ali, Inter Miami, Palmeiras, and Porto. So that is 2 licensed clubs. Group B, Atletico Madrid, Botafogo, PSG, and Seattle Sounders. So that's 3. Group C, Auckland City, Bayern, Benfica, and Boca. So that's 3. That looks like they just did an alphabetical list, but that's 3 more. So I wasn't accumulating here. 2, 5, 8. Group D, Chelsea, ES Tunis. What is that? What is this? Tunisia. How did a Tunisian team get in here? Anyway, Flamingo and Lyon. So that's 1 licensed team. Group E is Inter Milan, Monterrey, River Plate, and Urawa. Group F, Dortmund, Fluminense. What is this? Mamelodi, South Africa. Okay, I see you. And Ulsan, so that's 2 more. Group G, Al Ain, Juve, Man City, and Wydad AC, who are in Morocco. Okay. Group H, Al Hilal, Pachuca, Real Madrid, and Salzburg. All right, so 2, 4, 6. Is Inter? No, Inter are not. So it's 8, 9, 12, 15, 17 licensed clubs out of 32. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so Bayern play Auckland City first, I believe. I think they play Auckland City and then Boca, something like that. Um, half was a pretty good guess. Yeah, that was. Yeah, 17 of 32 is quite close. Um, so yeah, I mean, you get like are all the Sounders people like sweet? We get more utility to see them play PSG, Atletico Madrid, and Botafogo, who are no pushovers. What was the Inter Miami was the other one? Where are they? They were in the with Palmeiras, Porto, and Al Ali. No, that's not bad. And then obviously Al Hilal will have like the classic competitions are going to be very different than the in season because like we have Al Hilal has a lot of previously minted players. Um, Group E, Inter were used to be fully licensed. Monterey, I think, had cards for a while. And Leon is gone, I guess. So that might be replaced. What was it? LAFC or someone else? I can't remember. Flamengo has plenty of cards, but not in season. Um, so yeah, the two competitions are just going to be very different. And when does it start? June 14th. So it's a month. Okay. From six. Yeah. Okay. And with the crazy prize pool, I'm not sure big teams are going to just play random squad players. That was Sorare Summer. Yeah, that's the prize pool for the actual competition, not the so rare competition, which $100,000 is pretty cool. Over 7 game weeks, Emmy Martinez in season utility. So what's kind of funny about this though is like when doesn't like well, I was going to look at the Danish Superliga, but like July 13th is actually quite close to the new season starting in some of the European leagues. Like usually Denmark and Belgium start fairly close to mid July. And it's like, man, are you, and not that any of them are going to, there are none of them here, I guess, but it would be kind of funny if all of a sudden it was like you get to the final and it's like, oh, those are actually old cards now. They're not in season. But I guess we don't have to worry about that. Joust said, I already have a classic stack from Al Hilal: Bono, Cancelo, Ruben Neves, Milinkovic, Savic, and Malcolm. Yeah, that's great. Now we have in-season utility for after the season. That's fun. Yeah. Behab. As soon as I mentioned the Sounders, I was like, I wonder if Behab Sounders going to get smashed. Not going to stop me from playing them and going to the games to watch them. I love that. Absolutely love that. I mean, it could matter if for Emmy if Palmeiras get to the final. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm assuming the MLS clubs will still have regular comps in between. So they will. And that's the funny thing is that they will have those comps. MLS, this is why MLS is such a mess. So MLS will continue, will continue to play. Let's find that MLS schedule. So we know, what is it? June 14th to July 13th, MLS schedule. And let's just see where they are in June. June 13th. Do they break it all? Let's see. All right. June. Yeah. So June 13th, right when it starts, we've got everyone else playing. And this LAFC home against Toronto, which is a prime matchup, might get postponed because I guess LAFC might make it. So we have, June 25th, 28th. So I guess we can, let me go back to the schedule. Because with these amended, like I said, people were complaining about this, but let's actually look. So MLS has like a full thing on July 28th, which is all right. So this is very funny that they so in the announcement, Sora said game week 88 is Thursday the 12th through Thursday the 19th. And then they keep going and they don't actually show you when they move over to July. I mean, obviously you can assume it, but it's like Friday the 27th through Thursday the 3rd. But anyway, So that game week seems to be fine, the 28th. There's one on the 25th, which we submit lineups Monday. This is like Monday afternoon for the US. And the MLS games would be 2 days later, 2.5 days later, Wednesday night, the 25th, right? So that's a midweek. Yeah. So the 14th is the weekend they open, then they take a week off, but then they play midweek, the weekend, and then they always play on July 3rd and 4th. This looks like they do 3rd, 4th, and 5th this year. So this third will get us, that game week 92. Yeah. So it shouldn't be that bad, I guess. And then July 12th is the final game week. Oh, so I feel like people were saying, I thought for some reason I saw a tweet that we had to submit a lineup on Tuesday for matches on Saturday, but that doesn't seem right. Yeah, because it's split. Yeah, so actually it doesn't seem so bad. Inter Miami and Seattle not playing MLS in between Club World Cup matches. Not sure what will happen if they progress, though. Yeah, I mean, they'll have to reschedule those as well. MLS DNP is going to be absolutely insane with the Thursday deadlines. I mean, it's one day ahead of time. It's like we go from not having any information to not having any information a day earlier. But, so that's what I was going to bring up, though, is so July 19th, when the hell is the Leagues Cup? Which still isn't, not everybody's participating here. So July, so it's the end of July. Okay. So there's no overlap. But like LAFC, if they play in the Club World Cup, sorry. If they advance, then all of a sudden they have the group stage of the Leagues Cup. Like just when you think MLS, you're like, oh, MLS is so fun. Let's do a streak competition where people have to score 350 and you can barely get 5 guys in because who knows who's going to play. Atlanta have to play 6 away games in a row because they're hosting games at the Bends. That sounds about right. Josh said they absolutely love this "let's get scouting" phrase and all these announcements at the moment. How about one for Classic next season? What, Scouting Classic? Looks like it's going to work out okay for MLS. Yeah, it should be fine. What about the Argentinian boys? It's a good question. We'll just go right to the River Plate schedule. I assume that, they just fit it in. So they play June. This is their Club World Cup. And then they're supposed to play again in July. Yeah, so they basically take it off as well. Oh, because that's their little break anyway. It actually works out perfectly, unless River Plate get out of their group, which seems possible, I guess. I don't know. Thomas said, isn't it a new format for Leagues Cup, all midweek, so there's no interruption to the season? If you think that midweek matches don't interrupt the season, oh boy. Josh said Argentina and Brazil stop. Yeah, so like Thomas, they may not have to reschedule matches or whatnot, but does that mean they're basically playing like every game week? Hold on. How often does Brad Guzan play? Game week 74, 76, 78. These are all still numbered, but 84, 87, 625. So I don't know what those dates are. I should have just done this. Nope, not this. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't even mean to click on Atlanta. Full match schedule. All right. So May 13th. Oh, wait. So Leagues Cup is the end of July. July 26th, 30th. So, yeah, see, they take a little break. July 26th through, and then August 9th. But like Leagues Cup matches will not. Wow, Necaxa against Atlanta. Leagues Cup matches will not count for MLS competitions. Are they still playing all of this? Oh, this one's actually in Mexico. That's fun. Palavecino versus Guzan. Never mind. Yeah. Not sure if they postpone matches or play midweeks if teams advance. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't know either. I'm sure our favorite rolling locks will be implemented for this schedule. I don't know, Mike. It seems like the perfect opportunity to do it. Can't believe it's almost a year from last year's Leagues Cup utility drama. Yeah, that was something. That was one where we all got so excited about it, and then all of a sudden it like got into practice, and we were like, "Oh my god, this is awful." I hope they do for Leagues Cup, even if it's just some kind of global in-season specialist cap comp. I assume they just do All Star. I mean, maybe they'll do like a capped, yeah, but in season for cash, I don't see it. Like, there's just not enough. There's not enough Mexican teams. And someone actually pointed out to me that Necaxa dropped off recently, 324. But when you go to Mexico, whoops, I'm sorry. I thought this was on screen. When you go to Mexico, there's only 3 left. Yeah, Atlas, Tigres, and Santos, which is really funny. Um, so, yeah. And then obviously they have all of MLS, but it's not what we want. I got another notification that my sale for Wilfred Zaha ended. Nobody wanted to buy him. I won Zaha as a tier 1 a couple game weeks ago. Nobody wants him. But yeah, what we didn't do is look at these adapted calendars for the J League and K League. Like they're week long game weeks. So like I guess we just start getting double game weeks if they fall in that, like Thursday to Thursday, game week 88. Don Q said, have plenty of outfielders for the Global Cup, but not a keeper yet. Guess I'll be shopping. There's probably not a Club World Cup. Actually, did Sorare do one? Let's see if Sorare did one. Market. Oh, I'll even do instant buys to check. League and competition. Shooters, Premier League. No. That would have been cool. Maybe they'll get to that. Club World Cup tables. So who do we have? Ustari. Is Costa staying at Porto? But Ustari, Porto, or Costa, Oblak, Donnarumma, Fry. Is Neuer going to be back? I don't even know who starts at Benfica now. Is Boca Marquezine? It's staring you right in the face. What was staring me right at the face? Oh, was it all the way at the top? Club Global Club. Thank you guys. It was staring at it was staring me right in the face, but I needed to be staring at it in the face. Costa will stay until the end of the World Cup, like the Club World Cup. Mike, thank you for your message. There's a Global Cup filter. I appreciate that. Okay, Donnarumma, Kobel, Courtois, Trubin. Oh, looks like Trubin's back starting. All right. Ooh, Jo Hyung Woo. That's right. Get some special cards. Costa. How is this highest price? All right. Neuer, Ustari, Fry, Safanov. Like, I guess Safanov could start instead of Donnarumma. Who knows? Armani, Lunin, Schlager. There's Marquezine. Nishikawa. And those are all the starters, basically. Is that 17? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't even know who we're missing. But, all right. So those are yeah. I own 0 of these guys in season. And Armani might be the only one I own. Armani and Nishikawa are the only ones I own otherwise. Great. No City or Chelsea there. Oh, yeah, you're right. No Ederson instant buys. $12. And who knows who's going to start for Chelsea? Don, we need 4 in-season cards for the comp. And apparently there's a classic version that we'll find out about. They said in May, but that's in like 8 days from today. So let's not be so dramatic, guys. The clubs surely treat this as a preseason. I mean, a bunch of these clubs are in the middle of their season though. Miami, Seattle. I have no idea when Auckland City play. Or Tunis or like Flamengo will be in the middle. River Plate, Urawa. I don't know what this Mamelodi one is. Mamelodi, Wydad, Pachuca. Yeah, I have no idea. Don Q, sweet. I actually got John the classic Botafogo goalie. There you go. Need a smasher classic mid for it. Mike, Necaxa cards retain in season for this, except that they're not actually in the competition. Josh said, so these adjusted game weeks have the potential to mess with the ongoing MLS, K League, et cetera seasons. Am I getting that right? I don't think MLS is overly adjusted. I could be wrong. My very quick glance said it wasn't that bad, but I didn't look at J League and K League. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we'll play it because that's what we do. But not having a lot of goalies is like, I'm trying to think. I don't think I even have any of the champ. Like none of my champ players play for any of these teams. I have no in-season Miami cards. I guess I should, right? Yeah, Bayern. Do we know like how, like which teams play which out of the groups? I don't care. Never mind. Let's see. I have a Çalhanoğlu classic, obviously River Plate. It's funny. I just don't have a lot of cards from these teams. Four plus one there, so surely it'll be some classic keepers to slot in. Yeah, I'm trying to actually think of because like Inter have plenty of plenty of cards of licensed players. Why doesn't this? Here we go. Oh, is it like Internacional? Yeah. All right. Yeah, like summer and stuff like that. Okay. Let me go back here. Monterey have a couple. Is that where Canales? Yeah, Canales is. I don't even remember. Kai said, just get whoever plays Auckland City. They're not even a fully professional club. I mean, you say that, but it's like, all right, well, it's Bayern, Benfica, and Boca. Those aren't cheap cards to get. And obviously, Benfica and Boca have to play Bayern as well. Is Botafogo where John is? Somebody said that earlier. So I think so. John. Does that even work? Oh, it does. There he is. What's he cost? $160. Wow. Good luck selling those for that. And which one was Botafogo? They were with Seattle. So they have to play PSG and Madrid and Seattle. I don't know if that's good. Is it 2 out? I assume like the top 2 get out and that's it. 32, 16, 8, 4, 2 and 1. So yeah. I'm probably going to do what a lot of people are going to do and not prepare for this at all. And then when the game weeks come up, be like, oh, maybe I should get some cards. And then maybe I'll get some cards. Who knows? Or I'll just rely on River Plate the entire time and hope for the best. Like, I don't know if they're any better than Monterey. It's mid-season, so who knows if they'll even take it seriously. Same with Urawa. We'll see. I don't know. It's something to do. So that's good. And so we're needed because they don't, like, everybody says they need a summer break. This almost like complicates it. Although, well, I was going to say you get until July 13th, but like the Jupiler League started around then, right? This season. Genk scores. When did Genk start their season? Yeah, here we go. July. Oh, I guess they were later. July 28th. So they'll get 2 weeks off. Limpy said, "I bought myself a Rodri. Hope he's able to play at the Club World Club." Did you tweet about that, Limpy? I saw somebody tweeted something today about buying a Rodri. Fun card. Don Q said, "I'll be relying on the Miami and Benfica boys." I think that's what we're all going to do. We're just going to rely on what we have. Agent Cooper, 100% selling my in-season Courtois limited into the hype. So the only thing with that, Agent Cooper, is let's see how many Courtois that Sorare can sell. Because if you're battling with them, yeah, I mean, they still have 328 in-season Courtois that they can sell. Josh said, no chance he plays. Surely not going to risk him for a kickabout. Is that for a Courtois? Mike said, basically to try to keep the Champ Euro card holders engaged and not lose them ahead of next season. I don't know if they're going to lose them, but it does keep them engaged. Don Q said, selling into the hype is probably the best decision, but is it the most fun decision? And the answer is no. Jack says no chance Rodri plays. I mean, it's funny because you're like, they're not going to risk him for a kickabout, but if it's just a kickabout, then like, why not? Let him get out of there, jog a little bit, and, just do that. Man, I am like sore. I worked out yesterday, and I've been sore in places that I haven't been sore in a while. Oh, sorry. Josh said they blame their entire season failure on Rodri being out, so they'll not want to get him injured again before next. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I get it. Now I'm getting additional notifications about Wilfried Zaha not selling. I wonder if I was just being unreasonable. It appears I was being unreasonable. Somebody bought one for, oh no, that's a fake one. $20. No, I have a Charlotte one. Here we go. Last one sold Bologna, $28. I guess 55 was aggressive. Don said the guy you had on the show with all those Saudi cards must be pretty stoked. If he might be, but he also doesn't own those cards anymore. He's had to sell up, and I don't think he plays anymore. Sorare Summer, especially as the next comp is all 5 special, so normal in seasons can't be used then anyway. Oh, sorry, I missed one earlier. I sold into the K League and J League specials hype. It was hard to do, but worth it, I think. Especially as the next comp is 5 in season. Yeah, gotcha. Have you seen the prize money for the winner? These teams will absolutely take this seriously. Does the prize money go to the players, though? Or just the clubs? Grok thinks Rodri will play. Grok thinks a lot of things. We'll see. Yeah. Let's see. We had so much to talk about today. As a reminder, since I mentioned it earlier, if anybody came in late, I'm going to do a members only stream on Friday to mostly talk about content. But I believe part of it is also about whether I should become a Sorare affiliate. That's actually going to lead the conversation. So if you are not a member of the Patreon community here, I highly recommend you join patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird. The link is right underneath me here. It's also in the description of this video. Little as $5 a month if you want to support the content. It's greatly appreciated. I've had a lot of people cancel recently, so I'm trying to push it a little more. I think people are just, they don't like me as much and they just don't feel like they're going to do it. Specific time for that stream. I think it's going to be 12 Eastern. So 5 o'clock in the UK, 6 p.m. in Europe. That's the normal Friday time that I stream. And so I think that's the time I'll do it. And yeah, it's going to be kind of a more behind the scenes stuff about what I've been doing and how this has all been working out. It's been about 5 weeks now since I started doing content, and obviously a lot has changed. I didn't even know that MFL existed 5 weeks ago. Now it's a game that I play pretty. I was going to say passionately, but it's something that has provided a ton of fun. It obviously is kind of leaked into my content. And so, but that has nothing to do with Friday's stream. But Friday, I mean, I'm sure it'll come up because I have an affiliate deal with MFL as well. So, oh, Mike won't make it. Got a very sad funeral to attend of a teammate. Oh, Mike, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, not about you missing the stream, but about your team. Oh, that's terrible. Oh. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do on Friday. Tomorrow, I have an MFL stream with SR Monkey, who I don't believe has ever been on one of my channels. I was on the Sorare Ramble. I was going to say early on, but I don't even know if it's early on. But yeah, he and I are going to talk about MFL. That's going to be over on MFL with Laird, which is another YouTube channel for those who are interested in that sort of thing. And if you are into MFL, you can still join the Patreon. We have a lot of people who are talking about MFL, and it's an easy way to kind of support more MFL content, which I plan on doing. And, but yeah, that YouTube channel is literally youtube.com/ @MFL with Laird. You could also just search MFL with Laird on YouTube and you'll find it. I did a video yesterday. Was that yesterday? Might have been. And I was going to do one today, but this pack drop has really not thrown everything off. I knew it was coming, but maybe I'll do an extra one tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, MFL. Sorare Summer said the MFL part of the Discord is the most active, I would say. I think the only channel that is probably more active than the MFL one is Toby's got it. Steps and Food. That's right. Yeah, Sorare Steps. Yeah, as a group that we all do, just tracking our steps every day. And I got a notification. I actually got a notification yesterday that said I ranked #1 amongst my friends on Step Up, which is the app we all use. And I have like two actual friends like that I've linked on Step Up. But the Sorare Steps group is like an actual group that we're in. And I was like 10th in that one because there's just people who like to move in that one. Which is great because it keeps us all moving. Yeah, including Sora Samurai, who went on a walk before this stream and then got the most in. That's the 3 I'm most active in. Yeah, probably for me too. Mostly because it's not the Discord obviously includes some Sorare, but that Discord community is not. It's not a Sorare Discord. It's kind of a Discord for everybody who is a member of the Patreon, and we just like to talk about things with people who happen to play Sorare. That's kind of the basis of the Patreon and this channel. This channel still tends to be more Sorare just because it's what everyone came here to do originally. But yeah, it's a fun time. So if you're interested, as low as $5 a month, as high as $20 a month, if you think like, oh, I don't want to pay $5 for something, I would much rather pay 20. You can do that. It's okay. Oh, and put a pic in the photos channel today. But which one was that? Did I miss that one? Maybe it was as I was getting ready to stream. Let's see. Here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah. Except Sam, you like posted it so I had to like turn my head. It was like a portrait, a landscape picture, but it showed up as so I had to look at it like this. That's all. Yeah. Excuse me. So the that's where I'm the most active these days, in that Discord, and obviously on these streams as well. But um, frankly, I think the $5 is worth the Discord. But you get some more things to it. Extra neck stretch included. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, which reminded me of kind of the soreness in my body, because I think I like turned and looked and I was like, oh god, my lats. That's what it is. Isn't that what these are? Which is weird because I don't even remember doing those yesterday. I was doing incline dumbbell incline press, and hadn't done chest in weeks because I was on like a different plan, and I did them yesterday and just like couldn't get, like, I just wasn't as strong as I was 3 months ago, taking 3 months off of chest, and was like, man, just getting your neck muscles working. Yeah, it worked. Like, I'm a Formula One driver, and I have to like that strap around their head, and they're just like keeps their head from moving. Um, please don't confuse me as a Formula One fan. I'm really just a Drive to Survive fan. But I get it. I get it. Formula or fantasy F1 would be fun. It's just not enough drivers. That's the problem. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I got today. Like I said, we're going to do an MFL stream tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. in the UK, 3 o'clock in Europe. And then Sorare Andrews will also be tomorrow. That's 1 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock in the UK, 7 o'clock in Central Europe. Is it Central Europe? Is that what the C? What does CET stand for? Central European time. I was right. I'm going to watch the golf version of Drive to Survive soon. That looks cool. Every time it, like, what do they call Full Swing? The tennis one actually looks really cool too. And yeah, we'll see. Did you see on Sorare data they've been giving clean sheets to all K-League players even if they don't get a clean sheet? I did not see that, mostly because I don't think I have any K-League defenders. But Jack, if that comes up, if you just email support@soraredata.com, they should be able to take care of that. K-League has a different stats provider than every other league on Sorare. And so obviously that requires different data, a different API, or an API from a different company, and separate work. So, but yeah, that they should be able to fix that pretty easily, says the guy who never fixed anything there. But yeah, easy fix. But yeah, the golf. Yeah, golf Drive to Survive sounds cool. Every time my wife like goes out, which doesn't happen often, but that's when I basically binge Drive to Survive because she has just no interest in it, and I tend not to watch TV alone very much. And so like once I catch up with that, then it's like maybe I'll do the Full Swing. What is the tennis one called? I forget. Netflix tennis show. Breakpoint. That's right. I think the only reason, why is Breakpoint canceled? Bummer, dude. I just don't follow tennis enough these days to think that Breakpoint, I mean, maybe it's interesting. I don't know. But I actually got contacted by someone at Fungible, which is like fantasy and Web3 fantasy tennis. And I was just like, man, I look at their website and I'm like, I don't know who any of these players are. I went to the US Open final last year in New York, and the number one player in the world, Yannick Sinner, I'd never heard of. And so I don't know. We'll see. Be getting a version for MFL Manager soon. Is that one of the Netflix shows you mean, or tennis MFL? Point Break is better than Break Point. That's a great line, Mike. That's really good. Really good. Point Break is a good one. It's been a while since I've seen that. Well, it's probably on TV all the time here in this state. Anyway, that's all I got today. Thank you to everybody for coming. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. How many likes are we up to right now? Let's see. 20 likes There are way more people here than 20 likes. So let's hit that like button, and maybe enough people hit it and other people will watch the video. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, if you're looking for more content, including Friday's members only live stream, patreon.com/AndrewMLaird. Get into the Discord, have some fun. Thanks, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Good luck to everybody who's participating in the MFL pack drop tonight. And before you do that, please make sure to get outside.